Hello everybody, I'm Manny B and welcome to my channel. This is take number 3. Oh lordy, it is April 2025 and I participate in a jewelry making fun collab where on the 18th of each month at 12 noon we are to publish the items that we made from a outline that is given to us by our host. And our host is Dahlia Design Jewelry and More, aka Deb Hulk. Now there are other participants, and I keep forgetting, so it's on my mind now. So I'm gonna tell you about the other participants. They are supposed to do pretty much the same thing, but the different beads and different designs and whatnot. So it is always interesting for me when I go back and look at some of the things that they make from the same set of instructions that we are given. Like I said, we are given a set of colors, and we are currently using the color cube card. And this month, to me, they're more like a earth tone colors. We got apricot. I actually had some greenish type beads that I was going to use. But I don't know, I navigated more toward the chocolate colors and the taupe color, those two. And I think you're supposed to use at least 2 of those colors. And that's what I did. This color cube is nice to have. And you just don't have to have this particular brand, but it just helps to match up your colors. So let me show you the items that I made from this color cube. And like I said, go back and look at the others to see what they have. Hold on a sec. Oh, what I want to show you right quick, I'm not going to be on here that long. This is my madness. These are some colors that I went into my container and I pulled out some beads that I went through. And I just picked some beads that I really wanted to use this, but it wasn't it wasn't on the chart. And I looked at, this was another one that I thought about using again. That color is not on the chart. And this, without a doubt, is not on the chart. But let me show you, out of all this massive mess, what I chose. Hold on a sec. Okay, from that, these are the beads that I chose. And what I'm trying to do, and I've heard some of you say the same thing, that in other creatives, they're saying we got a lot of stuff. And we need to utilize our stuff. And it's hard because you just want to go out and buy. And I ain't going to lie, I enjoy shopping and buying the pretty beads and things. But this, I stayed true to myself. I did not go out and buy anything, although I wanted to, but I didn't. I used some 10 millimeter. These are agate. These are dyed round beads. And like I said, these are 10 millimeters. These are the beads I use in my project. And these are I did not use this chain. Let's put that back. But I used some steel Rolo chain, and they came from Bargain Bead Box back in January of 2025. I don't like this chain, but it turned out pretty good in the project. And let's see. Now, these are some 10 millimeter check square, tabular square beads. And I got that from the Dollar Bead Box. And that was back in October of 2022. This right here, these are some spacers that I got from Bargain Bead Box in September of 2020. I went back 5 years. And my main focal piece, though, is I used some copper wire. And these are some jump rings that I made. And these are 14 gauge. And this is really, really thick. Now, wire itself, it's not easy to work with wire. Some of it can be, you can easily manipulate it. But if you're using 14 or lower gauge, that can be pretty rough. You got to really have some strength in your hand. And yeah, that is what I used to make my project out of. So let me show you the item that I did make. Hold on a sec. Okay, these are the items that I made that I wanted to show you for the month of April Jewelry Making Fun Collab. Now, I attend a jewelry class. And this is the project that was given us to make. So I decided, why not just make my project from that. Now, this project right here came out of a book called The Complete Guide to Wire and Beaded Jewelry. This is not my design at all. This is called a Art Deco necklace and Art Deco the earrings as well. I made the earrings to match. And I did some changes. Our instructor told us, you don't just go crazy with it. And this is what I came up with from the project. And as you see the beads I showed you earlier, these are those 10 millimeter check glass tabular square beads. And these are the 14. I want to just show you the whole necklace. These are the 14 gauge wire. And as you could, the jump rings are the 14 gauge wire. And these are the 16. This is 16 gauge wire right here. And as you can see, they are all textured, including the jump ring. I decided I would put some texture on it, and it turned out beautifully. And just wire wrap them. And once you texture them and you work hard in them, and it really holding its shape. Now the first piece I made out of some silver wire, and it was 20 gauge. If you decide to make this, no, don't go with 20 gauge. Just save yourself some time. Go with the 16 gauge, well, the 18, 16. I don't recommend the 14, but if you got stronger hands, go for it. And I also use now remember I told you I used the 10 millimeter agate round beads, and that was from the January bargain bead box. And I used 1, 2, 3, 4 of those beads, making them equal on both ends. And I used those Rolo chain. As you can see, that is the Rolo chain in between there. And I used those spacers as well. And it was easy. The first piece I made, I had a clasp that I had purchased. But I said, no, the teacher really wants us to be more creative. So I made this this clasp right here, this S clasp. And I decided to texture that as well. And I textured the jump rings on this section as well. And I wire wrap these things. Now, if you yank on it, the only thing, it will come apart, but not these little dangles. These little sections, they're not gonna come apart. But the Rolo chain will, because they got a split in them. But otherwise, this is a very well made piece. And I really surprised myself, because that wire is not easy to work with. It really not. Now these are large loops. I made the large loop with the necklace, and I also made a little smaller, but these are also large loops, and I also mimicked the section right here on the necklace, so they will match. So that is the piece that I made. Let's see, did I leave off anything? Nope. I told you about the chain. I told you about the big loops. I told you about the jump rings. I told you about the 4 millimeter steel spacer. But most importantly is that I'm telling you, I did not have to go out. I shopped within my own stash. And I am so proud of myself. Okay, I wanted to keep this under 10 minutes, and I think I did. So, like I said, go back and look at the other participants. And thank you so much for stopping by my channel. And I hope you like this piece. And again, this is not my design. This is from the Complete Guide to Wire and Jewelry, Beaded Jewelry book that we're using in our jewelry making class. But I think this is gorgeous. And I love. Now, the colors, I mainly focus on the chocolate and the taupe. You can't, the camera is not picking it up, but there is some taupe in this bead here. It's more of a reddish, but these are brown. And, well, that is it for me. I think it did pretty well. All right, y'all. Take care. Bye.